All right, so I've decided that today I've got myself a lunch break. Today I'm going to squeeze in a game in our 2020 XFL replay. Everybody, thank you for coming and joining me today. Uh, it's a good day for tabletop football. I need a moment just to kind of set things up because, like usual, I'm not as prepared as I should be. Today we have our first matchup or second matchup of week one. It is the 2020 LA Wildcats facing off against the 2020 Houston Roughnecks. I need to find some way to clip this wire out of the way. I need a longer cable. I need all those things. But here you can see on our screen, we've got our standings after the first game where the DC Defenders were able to hold off the Seattle Dragons 21-15 in their first matchup. Our second game, like I said, here is the Wildcats at Houston. So let's switch over here to the tabletop. Look at how messy that tabletop is. It's nice, though, because we're going to get it all straightened. Why does everything feel so crooked? Did I do that? I did. I need better camera. I need better everything. It's okay. Got myself my pencil. I'm not using a mechanical pencil this time. We're actually going to just sharpen it. How about that? A pencil sharpener with a real pencil. All right. So, like in the last game, I am going to try to do weather again. I'm working on getting some answers to figure out how that unusual weather stuff works because I got it wrong. However, this game was played on February 8th, 2020. There were two games on that initial Saturday. And this guy is played down in Houston, Texas. This is the LA Wildcats facing off against the Houston Roughnecks. I'll be honest, I do not remember who the quarterback was for each of these teams. For some reason, it's sitting in my head that the LA Wildcats might have had Luis Perez. I should look it up. Not right now, but I will look it up because I like to remember these things. Let's see. Is there anything else fancy here that I need to remember? We're going to try to run this one without using the rule book, even though we know that's not going to happen. If you've played this is Fast Drive Football, a tabletop game made by Al Wilson. Over here, we've got our team cards in the original 2020 XFL, which I know was the second iteration of it. The June Jones-led Houston Roughnecks did finish 5-0 before COVID shut the league down. And the LA Wildcats were 2-3 in the XFL West. You'll see these different offenses here. It's very interesting. The Houston Roughnecks are considered a prolific, solid, semi-secure, and disciplined offense, while the LA Wildcats are only clumsy. So this game, I'll be very curious to see how it plays out compared to real life. We know in the last game, the Dragons actually did lose to the Defenders. It was a bit bigger of a blowout in the real game, but the end result still ended up coming up the same. So we're just going to get this kicked off and get this rolling. For anybody that wants to join, thank you for showing up today. We are going to get going. Actually, we need the kickoff here. See, I've already screwed up, and it's our first. Not even a play has been made yet. We're going to go red team, the Wildcats get the kickoff. Blue team, the Roughnecks get the kickoff. It is the Roughnecks getting the kickoff. Houston is going to start with the ball. 61. That's an average field position return. Time clock is only 1, though. It's a fast play. 1-1-5. 1-1-5. Is it poor field position? It is not. Is it an undisciplined offense? It is not. So we got ourselves a field goal attempt. They marched right down that field. I didn't do weather again. Let's try to find the weather now before I kick it. So we're looking here at, if we're saying Houston, is Houston considered southern United States? Or is it considered southwest United States? What do you think? Let's ask Google. Is Houston, Texas considered southern USA or southwestern USA?
According to U.S. Department of Labor, quick links, states included in the Southwest region.
Texas is southwest, so that is what we're going to use for our chart. How about that? I would not have guessed that. Southwest, in the month of February, we got to have a snake eyes for fancy weather. Not fancy weather. Sounds great. Nothing special. Here comes our field goal attempt. It's an 11. Woo! It's an 11. They're in the clear. It's good. After the very first drive, this cable is going to be the end of me. Houston finds themselves with a 3-0 lead. For anybody that doesn't follow the XFL or doesn't really know what's going on, in the XFL, they don't do extra points, so that's going to be a piece that comes into play. Typically, I'm going to end up going for 2 every single time just because it makes more sense to me that team would typically do that because it's not a given that they're going to score on the 1 point. Unless for some reason a tie would be coming from a 1 point or it would just make game sense, but I'm typically going to lean on going for 2 points every time. Ellie gets the ball. This is our roll. It's another one. No. I need to do a kickoff. Michael. You're not going to get people to watch if you can't get this right. It's a 34. Kickoff return. Average field position again. Ooh, we got a 6. That's a big clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. LA finds the way to move the ball down the field. 2-5-6. 2-5-6. Is it great field position? It is not. Are they a home or disciplined offense? They are not. Oh, man, I had a punt? Got a nice roll there, and LA ends up having to punt the ball. Let's get our punt chart up. Our punt is a 35. 35 is just average field position. Houston takes 2 ticks off the clock. It is all 4-4-5. Are they an erratic offense? Who's got the ball? Houston is not erratic. Is it a disciplined defense? It is. Defense bends but doesn't break. It's a coffin punt to the corner. .31 on the coffin punt chart. Decision to play the field game position works out, pinning the opponent deep. Poor field position. LA finding themselves backed up against the goal line. We got a 2. That is 2 dots. 1, 2. 1, 2. It is a 1-5-5. 1-5-5. Is it a secure offense for LA? It is not. 1-5-5. Oh boy, clumsy offense, but it's a semi-clumsy, so we got to roll that decider die. If it comes out blue, they are clumsy. If it comes out red, they are not. It's blue, they are clumsy. Big hit and a strip from the defensive back. That's a fumble. That's terrible news for LA. Fumble in poor field position. Gonna roll our black die. Comes out as a 2. Am I looking at the right one? Yes, fumble. Is that the right chart? Are there 2 different fumble charts? No, my language just feels a little funny. That's all. No, here it is. I am doing the wrong thing. I thought that was a kickoff fumble. Ball carrier drops the ball, reaching for extra yards. Average field position for the opponent. Houston gets the ball average. That's terrible news. That's a turnover for the LA Wildcats. Unfortunately, Houston's not been able to do much so far. That's another 1. barely taking ticks off the clock. We're coming down to the end of the first quarter, but they're going to finish this drive here. It's a 1-1-5. Are they poor field position? No. 1-1-5. Are they an undisciplined offense? They are not. We've got ourselves another field goal attempt. 52. It is no good. Wide left. Terrible news for Houston. So what happens when I miss a field goal? Where's that ball go? If there's a missed field goal, I don't think I've had a missed field goal. Or at least not since the last time I played. Desperation play. Field goal attempt. On a missed field goal, the opponent takes over at average field position. LA finds themselves in average field position. Here we go. It's a 4. This is going to finish out the quarter. 4-4-6. Is it poor field position? No. 4-4-6. Quarterback moves out of the pocket, fires to the back of the end zone. Touchdown. That was a touchdown pass. Going for 2. Is it 2? No, we're going to go for 1 in this case. You know what? Because it's 6-3. We at least want to try to take the lead there. With it being 6-3, we're going for 1. Going for 1. So it's 1 die on an extra point. It's a 5. 5 is good. 1 point conversion. Good. LA finds themselves up 7-3 at the end of the first quarter. Houston doesn't know what hit them all of a sudden. Going to start the second quarter getting the ball, though. 53. That's an average return. Houston. Got to work on keeping my arms out of the way, too. Man, someday. Someday. That's a 3. 2 ticks taken off the clock. 1-3-3. Are they a prolific offense? Houston is indeed a prolific offense. Quick strike offense unleashes their ground attack. That is a touchdown run. They're going to go for 1 as well. It's a 1. It's no good. 1 point conversion fails. That's only 6 points. That puts Houston up 9-7. 9-7. LA on the ensuing kickoff return with a 15. Returner muffs the catch and is caught before he can get back upfield. Poor field position. Wow. This is not a good field game or position of... I can't talk at all. 6. We're just going to go with that. LA, even if poor field position, is finding themselves being able to chew up some clock. 1-3-6. Are they a prolific? They are not. Stiff defense? They are not. It is a punt. Spend all that time working up the field, chewing up clock, and they still got to punt the ball away. Hold on, my die. There we go. We find ourselves with 33 on our punt. Perfect execution, poor field position for Houston. Whoop. We've got ourselves a 1-3-5. It's 1 dot on the clock. 1:15 ticks away. 1-3-5. The rusher breaks through the line, but a clean hit knocks the ball loose. That's a fumble. Houston turns the ball over themselves. Our 1D6 is a 3. Offense fumbles after moving into scoring position. Opponent will have average field position after that fumble. Woo. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got ourselves a 1-2-6. 1-2-6. Who's got the ball? LA. They are not reliable. Houston is not a meek defense. Shaky offense? No. Aggressive defense? Yes. Quarterback throws into double coverage. That's an interception. Houston picks off Luis Perez. That's what I'm going with. I'm pretty confident that's the right call. Luis Perez was the quarterback. Interception. Interception. Here's our chart. Let's go. Boom. 3. Defender has a modest return before sliding to the ground. Opponent has average field position. So Houston gets the ball back after that pick. They stop any scoring from happening. But we got to find out. They only got one tick. 1 minute, 15 seconds left here at the end of the quarter or the end of the half. It's got to happen. It's got to be 1 dot exactly. So oh no, everything got chunked up. Get through. There we go. It's a 6. Unfortunately, that is going to be the end of our quarter or end of half. At the end of the half, Houston Roughnecks 9, LA Wildcats 7. Not really the knock him down, drag him out game that I was, no, that's exactly what it is. They're beating each other up. Ain't nobody scoring. For Houston having such a prolific offense, this has not been what they expected coming here into LA or into Houston. My brain, I need sleep. That's what I've decided. I need sleep. Here we go. Kickoff to the LA Wildcats. It's a 43. 43 is just an average return. Try again. Because I can't. I need to just slow down. 4, 4, 5. 4 takes 2 ticks off the clock. We are starting our third quarter. 4, 4, 5. Are they an erratic offense, LA? They are not. Are they playing against a disciplined defense? They are not. We have ourselves a field goal attempt. And our field goal is at 24. That is good. And all of a sudden, LA finds themselves up 10-9. And Houston couldn't put up that 1 point there on that extra point attempt. I bet you they're kicking themselves now. 53. 53 is an average return for Houston. This guy over here is a 6. So we got a 6. Houston chewing up a lot of clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 6, 6. Is it a passive defense? It is not. Are they playing against are they a clumsy offense? No. Are they an active defense? No. This results in a punt. All that time spent, and they just end up having to punt the ball away. It's a 16 punt. Perfect punt. Poor field position for LA. It's a 5. 5 is 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We've rolled ourselves a 2-3-5. 2-3-5. Quarterback scrambles, and as he's hit, he throws, and it's picked off. These defenses have come to play. We're going to roll this black die. It's a 6. Roll 1d6 on a 4, 5, or 6. It's a touchdown. Otherwise, great field position. It's a 5. That's pick 6. Return for touchdown. Look at that. Houston steps up, takes the ball, and scores a touchdown on the pick 6. That would put Houston up to 15-10. Houston's going for 2. And it's a 6. It's good. 2-point good. That is an 8-point swing. Houston finds themselves now up 17-10. And the Los Angeles Wildcats don't know what just happened. LA gets to keep the ball. That's what happens when you got poor field position. It's a 65 on that kick return. Average field position. Boom. Two ticks. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 6. Is it a reliable offense for LA? It is not. A meek defense. It is not. Shaky offense? Nope. Aggressive defense. Oh no. LA. It's another pick. The quarterback throws back into double coverage again. It's another interception on back-to-back possessions. It's a 5. Receiver catches the defender for a touchdown-saving tackle. They almost have back-to-back pick sixes, but in the end, Houston ends up with great field position on that pick. Whoo! LA, this is a problem. Great field position. We got a 1, 2, 6, but we got 6 dots, or 4 dots, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This drive takes us into the fourth quarter. 1, 2, 6. Reliable offense. This is Houston with the ball. They are not. Meek defense. They are not. 1, 2, 6. Shaky offense. They are not. Aggressive defense. Oh my. It's an interception. The aggressive defense of the LA Wildcats. Woo-hoo-hoo! We've had turnovers galore. It's a 4. Good return, great field position for the LA Wildcats. Oh my. That is crazy town. LA's got a chance here to make a push. Here we go, LA. What do we got? 3 is 2 dots on 2. 1, 2. We are inside 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. 3, 3, 5. Is a great field position. It indeed is. Offense brings out the field goal unit. It's a field goal attempt. Oh boy. 13. 13 is good. LA scores again. It is 13 or 17 for the Houston Roughnecks. 13 for the LA Wildcats. At the end of 3, I realized I didn't end up giving the points up here. It's 8. And then there was that field goal put up on the beginning of the third. So there we go. Yes, there's our scores. It is 17-13 with just under 10 minutes left to go. Kick return for Houston. Average field position. One of these days, I'll just remember it. Four takes another 2.5 minutes. Yeah, 2.5 minutes off the clock. 2, 4, 5. Is it a dynamic offense for Houston? They are not. Is it a soft defense? Oh boy. Oh boy. Is it a soft defense? We need to find out. We're going to roll for, because they are semi-soft defense. If it's blue, they are. If it's red, they're not. They are not soft. Is it a porous offense? It is not. This is a, this one, 2, 4, 5. It is a coffin punt into the corner. LA with a double 55. Average field position. They're able to bring it back out, I guess. 4, 4, 5. That's another 2 minute or 2.5 minutes off the clock. We are inside of 5 minutes now. LA with a 4, 4, 5 roll. All right, little book. There we go. 4, 4, 5. Erratic offense? Nope. This is LA with the ball. 4, 4, 5. Is it a disciplined defense? It is not. It is a field goal attempt. I need to see. Close game. Missed field goal. I want to make sure. No, they're probably in. So this is one of those instances where there is like 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Neither of the teams are considered efficient or inefficient. There are some interesting things. Can't go for last play desperation. Here we go. If the team with possession a completed drive in a close game may use exactly the number of ticks remaining in the game. I feel like in this case, I don't feel like they would go for a field goal with like 3.5 minutes left. I mean, they're not efficient or inefficient, so it's not like they're good at clock management. I know what I would do, but yeah, they're not efficient or inefficient. So this says, convert a touchdown result to a field goal. That's not what I'm looking for. Proceed with the extra point on touchdown. Yeah, I guess because they're not efficient or inefficient, they're going to go for this field goal attempt. It was a 4.45 that took them inside the clock. Field goal attempt with like 3.5 minutes left to go. It's a 61. And they missed the field goal. They missed the field goal. I need to see. So I'm going to make sure that I get this right for the future, but there's nothing special about overtime. I mean, I don't know. 3.5 minutes is, I guess the game doesn't necessarily simulate things like timeouts and stuff. So part of me feels like they wouldn't have the opportunity. They would just say, no, 3.5 minutes, we can stop them and get the ball back. Maybe they're sitting on all the timeouts. That's going to be the argument that I'm going to use for today. That sounds good. No good, though. So Houston gets the ball back. Average field position on missed field goal. What happens with Houston? It's a 6. The game ends. Houston is able to hold them off. The end of the game. Were any points put up in this quarter? 3 points for the LA Wildcats. Nothing for Houston. The final score is Houston Roughnecks 17, LA Wildcats 13. That was a whole lot of defense. I mean, we're looking at 1 fumble, 2 fumbles, 1, 2, 3, 4 interceptions on back-to-back, and on 3 of them were interceptions on back-to-back-to-back drives. Woo! So we're going to come back over here to my chart. Boom! And you know what? I am very aware that this is an Excel sheet that could be made to be done better. But for now, it is what it is. LA Wildcats find themselves... Oh, I'm not in my correct tab. Please hold. So we got our LA Wildcats here. They are now... Oh, nope, they didn't tie. Dummy me. They lost. Total points for 13. Total points against 17. And then the Houston Roughnecks won. Boom. 17, 13. And we're also looking at Houston with a 1-0 home record, LA with an 0-1 record. And inside the conference, they are 0-1. And then 1-0. So this is going to take a little bit of swapping of things. But at the moment, you know what? It's fine. We're going to take these guys, cut it, going to paste it. Oh, shut up, Google Sheets. And then we're going to take... I'll do that hard work later. But we can at least pop over here to our season schedule and update our sheet here. The Wildcats 13, the Roughnecks 17. We are now 2 games in, and we know how the first week has played out. Let's take a look real quick. I'm curious. Do I have the chart here still handy? 2020 XFL schedule. Let's take a look. I should just write it down. Let's see. How did that first game play out? That first game, Houston Roughnecks 37, Los Angeles Wildcats 17. Our next game is going to be featuring the Tampa Bay Vipers and the New York Guardians. Should I just do that now? No, we'll do that one later. That sounds good. We'll do that later. This was 30 minutes. I'm going to clean up my chart, make sure all my numbers are right, all that good bookkeeping stuff. But thanks for coming and joining me for this 2020 XFL replay. If COVID wasn't a jerk, I will talk to you all later. See ya.